So Bitcoin is sitting at 67,721 and the overall situation has not changed. Our resistance is still at $68,000 as I have previously communicated. It did go up towards 68,424. It showed a bit of reaction. It came down. Right now it is sitting a bit lower, but the perspective hasn't changed. It really needs to break above this resistance, start living above it, then we can declare that yes, now the journey towards 74 has started. But if that is not happening, then we are expecting a correction towards the downward journey, and the downward journey can happen in pieces. It really depends on so many levels that are there to achieve, and I was looking at them just a second. There's so many levels for Bitcoin to fall down to, but as it moves up, it pushes its levels. But I think $65,000, $64,000 is pretty much a landing spot for Bitcoin. And as I said yesterday, it's not too much to ask for. Actually, even if we stretch it all the way down towards 62, that is possible as well. But it all depends on the fact that when does the correction starts happening. Right now we are in a state of rally and the rally is not stopping. When the rally starts taking a breather, then it is going to start correcting. And this is not new. I mean, you have seen how the previous 6-7 months have been. We have been to 70s before and we have been to 50s afterwards. And we are not talking about 50s here. We are talking about from 60s to 60s, so it's not that much of a correction. In terms of dollars, it feels too much, but in terms of percentage, it is very normal for Bitcoin to correct that much. If we talk about a correction of $10,000 on a Bitcoin from $70,000, let me tell you how much it is. It is a correction of 14%. So for a crypto to go down 14%, it is not too much dramatic. And that is from 70 to 60. We are not talking about that. We are talking about a correction of $6,000 from 70. That would be 8.5%. So that's not a lot. And we are not at 70 yet. We are still dealing with the 68. We are still sitting and watching how it behaves at 68. And this is on 4 hours. So you can see that it is an extremely bullish structure that we are seeing right now. This is super bullish because of the fact that it is on an uptrend and it is not even bothering coming down and testing the trend line. If I draw a trend line here, it hasn't tested even the trend line. And the trend line, if I have to tell you where will be the trend line would be somewhere for this retest. That would be at $67,000. That's where the trend line would be. 66,500. That's where I would put the trend line, but that doesn't matter. We are not talking about the trend lines here. We are talking about the overall case scenario of correction. So 68 is a resistance. It is right now trying to create wicks there. It is trying to break out of it, but if it doesn't break out, then I think we are going to start seeing correction soon. Today is Wednesday. We have just one more day for bullishness, which is Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is when the volume dies out. Then the market, whenever it tries to push the prices in that region, is generally fake because the volume is not there, and it is just people trying to push it, and then that doesn't last long. And even if they stretch it, then towards the end of Sunday and Monday is generally always red because they have pushed it too far without any energy of volume, and then it starts bleeding out. But over here, there's not much to add. That's pretty much the case scenario. We all are looking at the resistance. We can't take trades here because opening a long or buying in a resistance is the last thing that you want to do. If you haven't purchased already, if you're trying to leave it, yeah, this can be a place where you can sell, or you can wait out a bit more for confirmation whether it goes more up or not, and then you can sell. But if you're trying to buy, buying here is going to be a bit tricky. It would be rather nicer to have a confirmation and then buy, even if it goes to 70, 72, and then it comes back to 64, 65, and then you buy. That would make way more sense than you FOMOing in and buying the top. Please be careful.